Hey, I'm Josh, the founder of the Accountability Group, and hey, I'm Josh, a grateful, recovering alcoholic and addict that is vigilantly battling the diseases of addiction and mental health on a daily basis, because it is literally one day at a time that I have to take care of my health. When my feet hit the floor, I am humbled and appreciative and grateful for another day alive, that my friends and family are safe, that my friends in and out of the fellowship are healthy and doing well, and that I am able to be of service and hopefully give back to programs that have so freely given to me to keep me sober all this time and keep me on the right path. So we're going to be doing daily readings. This one's going to be from Keep It Simple. We're a little behind, so let me just double check. Yeah, so August 26th, even though it is September 7th, we're playing a little bit of catch up. If you watched any of my other videos, you know I'm moving, so let's jump right into it. So keep it simple. Think. AA slogan. Now that we're recovering, our minds are free. We can think. We are faced with problems or choices. We can do this. Ask, what is the problem? Make a list of what we can do to work on the problem. Decide which of the actions our list might work. Pick the action that seems the best so far. Ask ourselves, can I do it? Will I do it? If not, it's not a good plan. Talk to our sponsors if we need help thinking it out. Do it. Look back on it. Did it work? If not, go back and try something else. Prayer for the day. Higher power, help me think well. Help me to see things clearly. Action for the day. Today I will use the points listed above to help me think about a choice I have to make. So I'm definitely a list person. Not just in like my normal life, because I'm a type A, hyper competitive, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have started all of these companies and gone to the school and gotten all the licenses and degrees that I got if I wasn't a type A focused hard worker. But the way that I would take getting good grades and going to school and taking that to the extreme, it's the same thing that I did with my mental health and my diseases of addiction and mental health. I would take that to extremes, and boy would I take that to extremes. So that'll wrap up the experience side of it, because if you're in these chairs, you earned it. The strength that I learned, that's a great thing about lists, is that I create simple lists just to start the day, like make my bed, brush my teeth, take a shower, change clothes. It kind of gets the ball rolling for the day. They sound like easy tasks, but once you see those check marks adding up, you realize that that's what all of this is. Whether it's diseases of addiction or mental health, it's just a bunch of small wins. You don't need to get home runs. You can just get a bunt and get on base. Or as my therapist says, I'm okay getting hit by a pitch and having to get on base. It's okay having a rough day in sobriety or mental health, as long as I get through it safely. But I don't want to get used to getting hit by a pitch. I thought we have a really good relationship because we've known each other for a long time, but we always make each other laugh. But that made me laugh about the whole getting hit by pitch, because I've never heard that. I've used the baseball analogy about using a bunt, but I've never heard the get hit by a pitch and then I don't want to get used to it, but it at least gets me through the day. It gets me on base. So yeah, that's kind of the strength that I've gained. But the one that I really take out of that passage and reading is talking to my sponsor and my grand sponsor, because I will ask them a boatload of questions. Sometimes they get annoyed. I called my sponsor. I'm about ready to call him. It is 6 o'clock in the morning. I call him at 5:30, 6 o'clock. I'll probably end up calling him at 7 because I want to finish up these readings and upload them. But the point is that the strength that I've gained in these fellowships is something that I never, ever had years ago in active addiction. And that was the ability, and that's why TAG is a hand. It's not only touch and go and making sure that we hold each other accountable, but it's also a hand reaching out. And I was never able to ask for help. And now it's something that I can do. I can also take that same hand and put it over my heart and say, Josh, I love you. Josh, you're deserving of love, and you can sit in your feelings and be okay and be able to process that and be introspective and self-aware. And Josh, you're deserving of giving love. Like, you don't suck. You don't hate yourself. Life doesn't suck. You know, there are good days, there are bad days, but Josh, I love you. And that kind of leads me to my hope. I hope that you're able to find that type of peace and serenity. I hope that you're able to find programs that work for you. They don't necessarily need to be the fellowships that I'm in, because everybody's road to recovery, whether it's diseases of addiction or mental health, is going to be different. So, you know, you need to find what works for you. You know, take what works that you hear from other people and leave the rest, and figure out what programs and things will work for you. So that's my hope for you. So please, subscribe to our channel, watch our videos. If you like them, please like them. And please comment in our various comment sections. Comment here on YouTube. If you're a newcomer, share, vent, ask questions, ask for help. And if you have time underneath your belt, share your experience, strength, and hope, your wisdom and knowledge, and the tools in your toolkit that you've used to help maintain your recovery and your proper mental health, whether it be in the diseases of addiction or mental health, or both, like me, with co-occurring disorders. You can also reach out to me personally on theaccountability.group, or the Twitter handle tag building hope, or Instagram tag recovery, or the accountability group Facebook fan page. I handle all of this stuff individually, and as some of you might know, because you talk to me directly, it seems like that seems to be the preferred method, as opposed to use the comment fields. And I would love for people to use comments, as opposed to like, oh, send picture to mental health community, or, you know, you'd be a great brand ambassador. That's not what I'm looking to do. The Accountability Group is a social entrepreneurship venture where we spend 75% or more of our profits to figure out ways to help people, whether that's buying big books, 12 and 12s, underwear and socks, helping the homeless, donating to clubhouses because they have to pay rent, to getting people into detoxes, into 30-day programs, IOPs, PHPs, subsidizing medications, because our goal is to help those who are underrepresented and under-resourced, and there's millions of us strong. So on my Tag Building Hope Twitter account, you can also go to explore and type in hashtag recoveryposse, or hashtag ODAAT. That's one day at a time, because that's literally what it takes, one day at a time. And you'll find a very large community, because we are millions strong. I mean, just in 2019, SAMHSA put us at close to 70 million. With the pandemic and everything else, I honestly think it's closer to a third in the country. The report showed 1 in 5 people you pass suffer from either disease of addiction or mental health, or both, but I honestly think it's 1 in 3 personally, but I don't have the research data yet to back it up, and that's why I'm in my umpteenth round of grad school, and hopefully going to be able to do this research in the future to kind of see, because not a lot of people, and that's okay, are like me in these self-reports where they'll just say, hey, I'm Josh, I'm in recovery, I'm an alcoholic and addict, and I've had terrible experiences, and yeah, add me to the list in that box of people who suffer from diseases of addiction and mental health. You know, it's because of the stigmatization that exists, because of the negative outlook of what a quote-unquote alcoholic or addict might be. Well, I'm an alcoholic addict that has multiple degrees from Stanford, and is a published author, and has been running research labs, and has full scholarships to undergrad, grad school again, and multiple fellowships and awards. And that's not to pat myself on the back, that's to say that we're multifaceted. So don't pigeonhole yourself as just an addict or just someone with, mental health issues as being like bipolar or schizophrenic or, whatever the case may be. As long as you're working whatever program that works for you for your disease of addiction, and then you're working with your therapist, psychiatrist, doctors, or whomever you can, in order to properly manage your mental health, then you're halfway there in terms of working a program. The other half is that intentional willingness, and it's a big part. It's a really big part, is having that intentional willingness to work day in, day out, to maintain your sobriety. So again, you can reach out to me at theaccountability.group, at tag building hope on Twitter, at tag recovery on Instagram, the accountability group business page and fan page on Facebook, and here on YouTube. So with that, I hope that you are able to write your list, talk to your sponsor, figure out what you did well, what needs to be done differently, and what can be done better, and that you are able to think and keep it simple today. So wishing you all the best. I hope that you stay safe, stay strong, and stay sober. I am Josh, the founder of the Accountability Group, and I am Josh, still a warrior in recovery, battling the diseases of addiction and mental health on a daily basis. Thanks for letting me share.